Okay, hi, we're back playing Vampire Masquerade. What's this about?
Coteries of New York.
Okay. And we had a decision to make. I feel like appropriately I should pick the top one, but just to see where we go, no promises. No promises. Let's call that one half a strike. 1.5 left, you dumb shit. Don't push it.
2 3/4. Just can't wait for it.
You're a fan of the Naked Gun 33 1/3, aren't you? I hope. He opens the door and gestures to a black Cadillac Escalade parked right outside the building.
Of course he owns an Escalade.
After you.
Run! No.
Oh, they give me another option. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. I'm just lower on strikes, I guess. Following the stranger's instructions, you make your way to the car and get to the back seat. The door locks behind you. I wonder if we can reestablish strikes. Maybe we can earn fresh ones. Inside the Cadillac is almost entirely dark. The side windows seem light-proof. The man gets in the driver's seat, starts the engine, and drives away without another word. I don't like how he's looking at me through the rear view. Your eyes should be on the road, dude. You going to a hospital? Did I die? Who are you?
Ooh.
Who the hell are you, anyway? I'm the ferryman, here to take you to the other side. Where's my 2 gold coins?
Right?
Motherfucker.
Don't have it.
He weighs his next words carefully. You'll have to forgive me. I'm not in the mood to
Wax poet.
wax poetic. About the state you're in, or my role in tonight's events, just remember, if you want to survive the next 24 hours, you'll have to play alone. You can't do this! This is some shady bullshit. This is a nightmare.
When did you become Cartman again?
I don't know, I keep drifting. It's the coon. You can't do that. These two feel likely, but this seems like the least threatening.
Yeah.
This is all a fucking nightmare. Stranger smirks. Understand that this is for your own good. Times being what they are, you should consider yourself lucky. You drive in silence for about 20 more minutes as exhaustion catches up with you. The streetlights fade into a blur.
Oh, this image is the same as black one.
So you're all taken to the same place, I guess?
Yep.
Yeah, you said earlier you met this guy already.
Yeah.
Eventually, the car stops and the doors open. You emerge from your dreamlike state to find yourself in some kind of underground parking garage. You two are the only ones here. The man points to a nearby door. Go on in. Make yourself comfortable. If you get hungry again, take a look in the fridge. I'll pick you up tomorrow, and you'll get your answers. Plural. Behind the door is a small room, no windows, just a simple bed and a single light bulb hanging from the ceiling.
I think you're gonna get an option to run.
Small. Oh yeah, and I'll burn to death immediately.
Probably.
Yeah. A small fridge is humming away in the corner, accompanied by a rattling AC fan in the wall. I'm cutting this out, but I'm thankful that you suggested this. I am really digging this.
Excellent.
Guess I have to trust you. I'm not going in there! This is fucked up. I guess I got no choice but to trust you. It took you this long to figure it out. You're slightly smarter than the dumb ones.
Yes!
D plus! I can laugh louder here. This is awesome. Remember when I said you were lucky? I meant it. See, my job is to get rid of problems, but I'm not always this polite about it. This time I was specifically told to mind my manners. So believe me when I tell you, considering how this night could have turned out. Being stuck in here for a night is a really good deal. Now get in or I'll throw you in.
Run! No.
Try to escape. Yeah, that'd be perfect time to try to run. That's strike 1. You have a half strike left. You step inside, the stranger nods. Good night. Hey, I got my own cage.
Yes.
Closes the door behind you. It looks sturdy, but as he's locking it, you notice claw marks all over. Looks like some previous guests weren't satisfied with their stay. Can't wait for that scene in every horror movie that makes me cringe, where somebody's like crawling at the ground and their fingernail snaps. Oh, God, I hate that. You decide not to dwell on it and check the fridge. There's a single plastic bag there filled with red liquid, no label. Tomato soup? You feel sick to your stomach. Best to leave it for now. You lie down on the bed. It's a simple mattress on a metal frame. You can't help but think it looks exactly like the one back at the hotel with the bound woman. Oh, right, you killed a man tonight. Or did you? Maybe none of this is real. Maybe it's all an elaborate prank. I saw The Game starring Michael Douglas. Nobody else remembers that movie.
Elaborate prank.
I was working at the theater at the time, so I remembered like a good 3 to 4 years of everything that came out. The girl at the club, Jess, might have... Wait, damn it. The girl at the club. Jess might have put her up to it. The tall guy's clearly in on it, too. Now, he's back with them, and they're all laughing their asses off. You don't know what you think anymore. Your mind races, but you're too tired to keep it going. Finally, you tense up one last time before drifting away into oblivion. Does the girl with Big come back? Do you know?
No idea. I've never seen her.
I would like to see her come back. That would be a cool story. You wake up. That in itself is a surprise. You barely remember sleep, more like plummeting into...
You barely remember when you drifted off. It didn't feel quite like sleep, more like plummeting into an endless void. You imagine that's how death feels like.
Feel good about yourself? Feel proud? I know.
You just missed a lot.
I know. I wouldn't have noticed either if you didn't. The room is unchanged. The lamp is still on, the AC is still rattling, the refrigerator's still humming. You take a look at your watch. It's almost 9 p.m. You slept for 17 hours straight.
Woot.
Maybe you died, your breath is gone, and you feel no thumping in your chest. Does that qualify as dead? If you're still conscious? You're not sure... Stars. Make it sound like dumber though, like stars. You're not sure about that, but you are certain about one thing: you are hungry. It's not your stomach rumbling though. It's a need to start somewhere in your abdomen and spreads to your chest, throat, and the back of your head. You open the fridge. The bag is still there. Take a closer look at it. If it is soup, then its color and texture are off. You pull the cork out, take a whiff, recognize the smell immediately. Holy shit.
Metally.
There's no mistaking it. It's bagged blood. The smell is faint, and you remember some situation in the past where you found it nauseating. But now it's almost... No, not almost. It is enticing.
Are you going to drink it or put it back?
What are these icons about?
Okay, so I think the one with the little fangs is almost always you're going to get some blood.
Okay.
If you, from my understanding, from my little bit of playthroughs, if you don't drink blood enough, what'll happen is occasionally you'll just get that dark whatever thing.
And you'll blindly kill somebody or something?
Yeah, some random person.
Okay, I was hoping it wasn't a morality situation.
No, it's not.
Okay. It feels wrong, but right now, there's barely anything in your life that doesn't. To hell with it. You pour a bit of the blood into your mouth. Tastes bland. Reminds you of cheap supermarket juice. Just enough flavor to register as what it claims to be on the box, but nothing like the real thing. Nothing like what you had last time. You swallow it somehow. You don't feel sick. In a weird, messed up way, you can't help but think it feels nourishing. You take a few more sips, and then just another. Suck on the bag a little more. Eventually you find that you've emptied the entirety, all, You look at the info pressed into the side of the bag. 140 milliliters of it.
450 milliliters.
What did I say?
140.
My bad. Even with its blandness, you still feel like having more. You realize your body longs for that intoxicating high when you feel it. An image of that corpse that crossed your mind, causing you to wince. What have you become? You try to piece your thoughts together, make sense of it all, when you hear the lock click and see the door open. Standing there is a well-dressed stranger you've met already yesterday.
Interesting. So with mine, you had issues with the blood.
Really?
Like, not moral issues. Your body kind of rejected the blood.
Huh.
You, like, vomited it all up.
Well, you didn't go to the hotel room either, right?
No, yeah, it's a different character.
Yeah. So, like, you...
So the other...
I probably already tasted blood, and your character might not have.
Well, yeah, the character I was... Yeah, I mean, she had, but she... Yeah, her body had some issues with certain blood types, which I'm feeling you're not going to have.
Right.
So that'll be interesting.
Or maybe it's a different type of blood type that I like.
Could be.
Mel, I can't read that.
Immaculate.
Suit again, that predatory look, like a hawk on a hunt, but somehow more relaxed tonight. So, like a tame talk, maybe? Good evening. Slept well? He notices the discharged, emptied bag. I see you had a bit of a snack. Just like you are a bit of a snack.
Ooh. This is fucked up! Can't help dealing with things without saying we're fucked up.
Was that really... Type RHO positive. Not that easy to get. Glad you liked it. Was it the same for you?
Yeah, I believe so.
Come on, we've got places to be. The car's humming in the empty parking lot, just outside the door of the cramped room you have spent the day in. The man motions to it politely, but with a stern look on his face.
You can run? Oh, you could rush him, too. Hijack.
No way I'd survive any of these other ones, so... I'm trusting you here, man. I'm touched. Sincerely.
I do actually kind of wonder if you can die this early.
This is my touched face.
It's very different, you can tell.
Yeah. It's not a static photo we've used for everything I've ever said. You take the back seat again, the doors lock, the stranger takes the wheel and starts the car. You drive in silence for a while. From time to time, you keep trying to catch glimpses of familiar streets or landmarks through the blackened windows, but it's of little use. The car is also soundproofed, so all you hear is a bit of traffic humming and the car's engine. The driver doesn't say anything and seems focused on the road. Except his eyes don't tell you that. You check the door handle. Yeah, the door's locked, all right. The piece of dark glass separating you and the front of the car looks sturdy too. There's nothing left to do but wait. You didn't have time to think about it before, but you realize now that you're hungry? No, not exactly. It's not a rumbling stomach that grabs your attention. It's a need that starts somewhere in your abdomen and spreads to your chest, throat, and back of your head.
That sentence was used before.
In this playthrough?
Yeah, just like 5 boxes before.
Right. You try to extract some information out of the man behind the wheel, but you realize you prefer to bask in the afterglow of your last meal.
Mm.
You wouldn't have expected it, but you spent the rest of the trip lost in your thoughts. A lot of them concern blood. It takes you another 20 or so minutes to get you to your destination. As the door opens, you try to get your bearings. You're still in New York. That much is certain. Queens, maybe? After me. No sudden movements.
Make a sudden move.
Please. Pretty please. I'd rather not stain my hands with your innards. You approach a nice-looking building that houses a 2-story gallery, called the Art Hole. Ew. 2 large men in suits flank the door on both sides, and then give your companion a nod as you approach.
It's trapped.
Promptly, by the stranger guiding you, you walk inside. The gallery is full... This is so Blade.
Probably.
This feels so Bladey. The gallery is full, which is unusual at this hour, to say the least. About 24 faces fill the showroom, and A number of waiters navigate the gathering, serving drinks. All of them are beneath the guests' attention. The visitors are well dressed, for the most part, but it's unclear what they have gathered here for. Nobody seems to be particularly interested in the art pieces on the walls. The atmosphere is polite, unnaturally so. Many guests turn to look at you, and the stranger who brought you is here. Oh, and the stranger who brought you here. Their glances are varied. You see open contempt on a few faces and animated interest on others. Most of the eyes in the room calmly observe you as if wishing to appraise your worth. The last time you felt like this was at your previous job interview. It was like being a piece of livestock, inspected from all sides for any imperfection, so your wage could be haggled down. It was dehumanizing and made you feel dirty. When they call you the next day to offer you the job, you decline even when you're a nobody. You become even less if you trade away your dignity for a paycheck. The memory makes you feel warmer inside even now, although the state of your bank account never did. Good evening, Quadrille.
I don't know how to pronounce that.
And to you, Chilade?
It's like child, but it has an E.
I'll just say child. It's French or whatever. A noble, cold voice takes you out of your head and back to the situation at hand, the gallery, the crowd of strangers, you being brought here against your will. For what purpose? The room awaits your response. No child. Good evening, miss. You are addressing the Prince of New York City, Helene Panhard, child of Malkia. Thank you, my sheriff, but I'm capable of introducing myself. She is somewhat plain-looking and doesn't seem to possess a great deal of charm, but still, the entire room is intensely focused on her voice. She has influence over these people, that much is clear. You may address me as Prince Child. I realize your introduction into unlife was abrupt, and I understand your sire left shortly after. The rules of our society dictate I punish you both for this transgression. A murmur of agreement, maybe, can be heard from the gathered audience. But I'm willing to listen to what our loyal sheriff has to say about the circumstances of your embrace first. You decide it's best to stay silent and listen to the whole situation unfold. It feels like you're out of your depth here. Shall we begin? You're about to be judged by the court of New York City. Quadrille, please tell us how you found this fledgling and what happened on your way here. Court, Prince? Is this some kind of secret society make-believe? Yes. The worst part is I wanted to write a vampire story that took place in reality and kind of had a similar vibe. Every idea I ever have, I find 2 years later in media. Like, the same thing happened with Sliders when I thought I invented the multiverse in my head. Now realizing DC did it like years before, and I'm sure somebody before that. I'm not smart. I come up with ingenious ideas 30 years after they've been discovered.
Yeah.
A trusted informant who has chosen to remain anonymous at this time tipped me off about a suspicious kindred appearing in one of our domains. Upon investigating, I found them gone, but this fledgling remained in their place. The hunger made him savage. Damn it. The hunger made him savage a prostitute and his client in the Bronx brothel, belonging to one of the ministry. I have already spoken to Masquerade about this and made sure it'll blow over. Regarding the fledgling himself, surprisingly enough, he offered little resistance last night and cooperated on our way to the safe house. I was pleased to not have to force his compliance. We had a quick chat, but wishing to appear here at post-haste, I urged him to join me, which he did without struggle. Again, a pleasant departure from my usual routine. His thirst partly slacked with the bagged blood we kept in the safe house as... Damn it. We had a pleasant enough drive here. The story ends with us arriving at Islium tonight. All eyes are on you again. You take a special interest in one of the faces. It's a beautiful woman with curly, almost blood-red hair and a dress to match. You see her whispering to some bespectacled man with an absent-minded look on his face. Who is she, you wonder? Thank you, Coteries. I take note of this fledgling's behavior and will take it into consideration later. I keep forgetting her voice. She turns her attention to you.
That's you.
I forgot when I read this much, it starts to hurt my throat.
Ah.
And we'll find out what she has to say to me in the next episode. I keep wanting to say next time on Game Grumps.
Next time.
Yeah. So, thanks for joining us, guys. We will catch you next episode. Bye. Good journey. Farewell of these and all that shit.